Well, what's up, Cam? We are in civilization right now. We're gonna head up to the site in a second, but first, I have one thing to do. You guys look that up. BRB. Yeah, we're not gonna really have pixels right now. Oh, are we back? Let me know. Okay. Now we can get down to business. What's up, Carlos Hernandez? Bienvenido a la... No sé cómo se dice stream. Bienvenido a la video. Si estás mirando en... Después. What's up from India? Do I have my car keys? Yes, I do. We're going for a drive. Let's turn this around. Okay, everybody, seatbelts. Let's go. Focus. There we go. I want to see where we're going. So today the goal is, I'll show you. I have a couple of new tools, and we're going to use them to prepare to build. And the way that we need to prepare is to clean off the bedrock surface in preparation for putting stones on it. You guys, the stream might lag for a minute. Because we're moving through the woods. It might lag. Should I mic up? Do you guys want to hear that? Clearing went great. Welcome back, Vic. I feel like I should mic up. I feel like if I have the microphones, I should use them. You know? Okay, hang on. Where did I put the microphones? What? What? I'm so confused. I know I had them in the car. Maybe they're on the other side. Hang on. I don't know. And I don't want to want to waste too much time looking. Okay. You can't tell what I'm saying? Well, it was because I was over there. And I have microphones, I just don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I think they're in the car somewhere, but I don't know how much time I want to waste looking for them. I'll waste one more minute. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So, the tools that I got are I got this, which is a mason's hammer, which I needed to have one anyway. That looks like this for chipping rock. And then I got this thing, which is a wire wheel, which I'll show you how I'm going to use this. It goes in a drill. So I got my drill. Right here. Like that. Okay, and I have water. With that stuff, let's go. How am I going to carry all this stuff? There we go. So if you don't remember, we're going back to the house site because we have to clear, I have to clear, you guys don't actually have to do anything. I have to clear the area of bedrock underneath where I want to put the walls. So it has to be clear because if any water gets in and freezes, because we get really aggressive freeze-thaw cycles here in Maine, if any water gets in there underneath the walls and freezes, it's going to destroy my masonry stone walls. So that can't happen. So it has to be clean, clean bedrock. This is the part that we cleared. Okay. So the sun is out, the bugs are out. I was out here this morning just sort of walking around, looking around, and doing a little bit of the thing that I like to do when I can't think of what to do, which is go into the woods where it's there's lots of low branches and it makes it very hard to walk through, and sort of clear away the low branches so that I can walk through it more easily. There are a lot of places where I've done that, but there are a lot of places where I have not done that yet. So that's what I was working on this morning, just for fun. With the evergreen forests, they grow very close. It's very hard to walk through until you go through and clear them out. Okay, here we are. Welcome back, chat, to the huge ledge. And here is where we're going to be working today. Let me try and set this up so that you guys have a good view of what we're doing. Where's the sun? There's the sun. There we go. That's decent. That's decent. Okay. So this is the bedrock, and that needs to be clean. This has already been cleaned. So what I'm hoping is that I can take this and go like this. I'm spraying my phone. Maybe the other way? Oh, that works really well. It's so clean. It's just spraying my face. Oh, that's so funny. Back this up a little bit. Maybe I just go over here. I mean, it's working. It's definitely working. It's just dirty. It's a very dirty process. Oh, all right, so here's the first place that I need to gouge in here. Yeah, all of that is loose, and it all needs to be cleared out. I might have to go put bug spray on my back, which I didn't think to do, which was pretty stupid. That's working so well. It's just kind of messy. Putting this in an impact was the wrong choice. I should have put it in a regular drill. But whatever, live and learn. All right, where are we at for this? Oh, all this is just like, all this rock is so soft. That looks pretty solid. Good. It's working. Okay, the system works. We love it. I'm not removing a stump. This is rock, but some of it is just like not solid. It's like little flaky bits of rock, and I am cleaning it. I am cleaning it off so that we can I can eventually build on it. But it has to be very clean, like I was explaining, before I build on it. Very clean, solid bedrock. And it's not looking bad. And I don't have to clean under every inch of the wall because not all the rock in this area is disturbed like this. But this part sure is. So all this needs to be clear. It needs to be given the once over. I don't know if you can see this string. Yeah, you can. But I'm sort of cleaning inside of the line because that's where the wall's going to be. have to be wearing safety glasses for this because otherwise it would be bad. I would get destroyed. My eyes would get destroyed. Okay, that is not solid. I can tell. It's a piece of quartz. I do have a big pickaxe, but it's just miserable. Using a pickaxe is miserable. It's like literally the worst thing ever. It's the worst tool to have to use. It's one of those things where you hit it as hard as you possibly can and nothing happens. This one time I was working on this spot and I hit my hand with a hammer by mistake and I almost blacked out. It was really bad. Not my finest work. This hammer though, we're making so much progress. Might not look like it, but this is a good tool for doing this. Okay, that's very solid. So I'm not going to worry about that. There we go. Out. Bonjour, amigos. How are you doing? We're preparing, we are preparing bedrock for stone walls. I have to clean this off and then it will be ready. And there's a few sections of the foundation, the bedrock foundation, that need to be prepared like this. That's what we're doing right now. We're on the huge ledge right in the middle of the forest. I am wearing bug spray, but I'm also getting tormented by bugs. And I forgot to put sunscreen on my back. And I'm suffering the consequences. Oh, that's satisfying. Yeah. Big piece. All at once. I think this wants to come off too. satisfying as this is, I need to not carve the rock, right? I don't need to change the shape of the rock. I just need to make sure that I'm down to bedrock. Elaine, did you see the Minecraft movie? I never saw it. I just heard a million things about it from children. This is all quite solid. I'm not gonna mess with it because it's very solid. I'm just gonna leave it. Is this solid? No. Okay, now we get to use the special tool. The special tool. Okay. What did you think of the movie? I need to start on this side because I'm spraying all the debris in that direction. I know this is a terrible noise, forgive me. That is not solid. Oh, that's not solid either? What? It's the pieces of quartz, man. That's what's getting me. Once again, I'm not supposed to be here carving the rock, but it's hard sometimes to tell the difference. You saw it on the first day it came out? That's cool. I like this hat because it's keeping the sun off my face, and I like this hat because it keeps the bugs off the top of my head. But I do think that I need to go get more sunscreen. I mean, not sunscreen, bug spray. Because of the bugs, because of the freaking bugs. So, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go get more bug spray. Time to also drink water, chat. If you have water, drink some water. Delicious! You can't hear me at all. Why can't you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello? Hello? I'm not muted. It's a mute button. Not muted. Alright, we'll see if we can figure it out. We'll see. We're going for a walk. I need more bug spray. Yeah, well, if I get the phone too close, you guys can't see everything, which is the problem. guys can't see what I'm working on. I guess I just need to move the phone more. But, you know. So I will show you guys the field where the strawberries are. There's some wild strawberries where we are here, but all of the strawberries are in flower right now, which is kind of cute. Here's a bunch of them. Those are all the wild strawberries, all the way into there. Pretty. It was raining earlier. And then these are all wild strawberries and like ferns and stuff. These are all strawberries. These guys, all strawberries. This is the road that I made through the forest. Those are all strawberries. This path was already here. Hi, chat. Camera's the other way around. This is where there's the like old ruins of farm equipment and stuff. Look at that. Isn't that cool? We found that on stream. We unearthed it. We unearthed it. I saw that. I saw that. Okay, where else are we going here? Oh yeah, yeah. More strawberries. I want to make like a long YouTube video about building this house. And I've already started to film stuff because I don't want to like not film stuff and wish that I had, but I don't exactly know how to present it. I guess I'll figure that out when it happens. Here's more strawberries. All of these little white flowers are strawberries. Look at them. Look at them all. Go to the wheel. Okay, I will go to the wheel after I put bug spray on. Maybe I will also take one more look for my freaking stupid microphone. Which is I can't believe that I can't find it. I can't believe it. Here's the barn, the old barn. There's the boat. Barn. Okay. Actually, you know what would be even smarter is if you guys could see me looking through my car so that people will know what's going on. There we go. The barn. The barn. Okay. First things first, though. Bug spray. I want to put bug spray on my face. Back of my neck. There we go. There. Okay, so now I'm gonna look at my trunk. Excuse me. Breathing some bug spray. Is it in here? No. Of course not. I legitimately don't think that it's in there. Whatever. Next time. Okay. How we doing? Is it a car? I don't know. I don't know about that. So the wheel is off of a piece of machinery. Actually, let's go see something real quick since we're here. This has been several different kinds of farm. Over there is where they kept the sheep when this was a sheep farm. Um, here's my tiny little garden for when it becomes a garden again. But yeah, like I said, this has been several different kinds of farm, and for several of those kinds of farm, it had you had wheat, like people harvested not wheat, hay. They cut hay, and so they used like horse-drawn stuff to cut the hay. And we're about to go visit one of the horse-drawn things. Okay. Sometimes I don't know. Actually, most of the time, I don't know how to interpret the things that Elaine says. Most of the time. Very rare that Elaine says something and I'm just like, you know what? That makes sense. That fully makes sense. We've been here before once on stream. I just can't believe that I can't find that microphone. I thought that I knew exactly where it was. And the seat is bouncy, which is always. And then I can show you what I can see from here. So here it is, drink it in. Move the gear shift, and then I'll show you what I can see. What kind of car do you have? Also, aren't you like young as heck? You've never said you've never said how old you are, which is fine, but I feel like you're like young as heck. Hello. It was a joke. Okay. All right. Now, let's go back and see the so look at the wheels, peep the wheels, and then we'll go back and see the other wheel. Which it has to be off a similar type of piece of equipment. Where could I put that microphone? I'm gonna lose my marbles. I used it for something very recently, and I thought I put it back in the car. Ah. Okay, one more look. One more look. Nope, no idea. I don't think that Americans necessarily act like he did. Americans were trying to find an origin story that was something other than killing everybody and enslaving everybody else. And so we latched on to Christopher Columbus because he's kind of all we had. I think that's why it became such a big thing. You know? He's not all we had, of course, but it's kind of uncomfortable to say that we killed everybody and we enslaved everybody else. You know? And also, of course, we could have, because America nowadays is built out of the people who were enslaved and the people who survived that we didn't kill. So we could say that we, Americans, are all of those people, but Americans also don't like to say that Americans contains like black people. Um, so I think that's why Christopher Columbus was just a way of not even talking about it, not even bothering it, not even bothering with it. So here's all this stuff. Dude, can you zoom? There we go. Okay, back to work. I sort of realized this spring that I actually want to build this thing. Like, I really want to make it happen. And it's not going to happen if I don't do it. So, the goal of these streams, until it freezes in late fall and you can't do this kind of thing anymore, is going to be to build as much of this as I can. That is the plan. I have no idea. I have no idea how much that will be. Lord, do I ever not know. But we're going to do our best. Okay, here we are. We're back. We're so back. Be able to see. Okay, cool. Cool. See, that looked so solid. It just wasn't. It just absolutely was all granular. None of it was solid. That's no good. That's no good to build on. The funny thing is, I kind of have to build on this quickly because the little tiny gaps and fissures and crap in the rock like that are going to be places that the water will get into, and then the water will freeze and split it apart again. So this is it's a yearly ticking clock. Every winter that this stays exposed, it's more likely that I need to come back and do it again. Which is the way that you fix that is that you seal it, and the way that you seal it is you put mortar over it. Obviously. I'm not naming any countries. That is not my area of expertise. It is your area of expertise. And also my sister's area of expertise. She can name like I don't know, probably 60% of all of the countries in the world by what continent they're on, and probably and I think also by their flags. good. Ooh, that's so cool. Okay, I love that. Let's see if I can sweep it. I have to say, that is not fun. It's very satisfying, but it's not fun at all. Can I make my mic better? I'll try. I'll just move this closer. I feel like this is loose, which is annoying. Well, I don't know if it was loose or not, but we got it. I'm very sorry about the audio. Yikes. A regular drill would have been so much better for this, but we live and we learn. This is so satisfying, dude. I didn't know that I was going to get this clean. What else will I be doing today? Dude, this. This and freaking more of this. This is it. I'm sorry if it's not the most interesting thing, but like I said, we have a goal. I have a goal. I want to get this built. And some of it will be this. But this will not take that long. Fortunately, it won't take that long. Is this loose? A little bit. A little bit. If you're just joining the stream, it's a little hard to explain what I'm doing right now, but I'm cleaning meticulously bedrock that I will eventually build a wall on, which I guess is not that hard to explain, but I'm using this thing. It's a drill and a wire brush. It sounds terrible, and I chose the wrong tool, and we live and we learn. In my wildest dreams, I did not imagine that I would be able to get this clean. Let's go. Some of this rock is really soft, and I can carve into it with the metal brush. Like that rock. That's so funny. Okay, it's funny to me. It might not be funny to anybody else. Sick, dude. It's so clean. It's cleaner than my teeth. Elaine, you're gonna get your butt banned for spamming. Banned for spanning. You're gonna get banned. Okay, great. It's not going anywhere. That, on the other hand, is going somewhere. This is all a little bit loose, but I don't think that matters. Okay, that part matters. This is a chisel that I made myself. It looked completely different, and I blacksmithed it. Very few tools that I've actually blacksmithed. Because I'm not a blacksmith. I am a bedrock aficionado. And that's all. Get in there. Get in there. This is just so soft that it's almost not worth it. Almost not worth it. Okay, that's fine. I think we're ready to move on. I think we're kind of good. I just need to back up the camera and finish cleaning this area. I don't know. You're not the only one here, but oh, I need to sit in a better posture because that was not good. That was not good posture. That was getting me. This. The tools of the trade. It's hard for me to tell how deep the not solid goes, but I think this is actually very good. I think this is actually very solid. Move you so that I can actually do this. Sitting on sharp rocks is not comfy. It's not. Yeah, buddy. That's so clean. It's so clean. I am just completely amazed by how that's going. Okay, yay. Yay! Dude, I have to keep my mouth closed or I will get sprayed with rock chunks in my mouth. It's insane. Hello. I'm still here. Yeah. still good. We're still good. Hi, Elaine. I just got sprayed so hard. I just got fucking sprayed in the face with rock. with actual chunks of rock, which is crazy. That was funny. Everything feeling kind of sturdy? Anything sturdy? Oh, that's not sturdy. That's not sturdy. But we gotta keep checking. But we're good. Okay. I was talking in the last stream about Makita, how much I love Makita. Not sponsored, but God, they never break. I am so mean to my tools. I am so irresponsible. And they just do not quit. Rock. Rock. Yeah, my dog's name is Lucky. All this stuff that I thought was solid, it wasn't. I gotta not do that too much, or I have to go get my AirPods because it's so loud. It's so loud. good enough. Yeah, baby. Okay. Cool. That looks pretty good, actually. That's not so bad. I do own this forest. My family does, strictly speaking. But I have permission. Okay. Radical. So radical. Anybody want like a 2-year-old leather glove? No? Okay, that's fine. That's awful. That noise is awful. I'm sorry. That's awful. It's an awful noise. There needs to be a Raspberry Pi language. I like languages that already exist. I like Spanish. I like sign language. I like English. It could be a language composed entirely of inside jokes, but there needs to be more of a community for that. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Hopefully. If you're just joining the stream, we are clearing bedrock so that I can build stone walls on the bedrock. And it has to be clear because otherwise water will break everything. It'll break everything when it freezes. That's what we're doing. And it's very labor intensive, but we're actually getting a lot done. And I'm also kind of spraying myself with chips of rock and crap like that. Yep, pretty much like that. gas sprayed in the face again. Alright, so a bunch of this is loose. Actually, I say that. My freaking ears, dude. Oh my god. I have a notebook full of some yappish words. I love that. I love that. Alright, that was my face. That was my face. It's very effective, but it's very dirty at the same time. Have you guys ever seen that documentary about the castle that they're building in France, Guédelon Castle? It's a three-part documentary from like 2004, and they're building this castle. They're still building it. It's gonna take like 15 more years to build, but none of them are wearing safety glasses and like literally carving rock with chisels, and it's terrifying for their eyes. I've gotten stuff in my eyes before. I've never gotten a corneal abrasion. I've gotten stuff in my eyes, and it's just so unfun. One of the least fun things. It's actually crazy. called Secrets of the Castle Builders. I've seen it many times, but it's probably time for me to watch it again. I haven't seen it in about 6 months. Hello, if you're new to the stream. We're clearing this bedrock because we're building a house out of stone. And before that starts, this has to be clean. So this is where the walls are going to go. It's going to be about 1.5 feet in depth. So that's what's happening. And it's extremely satisfying. To me, anyway. It's about to blow. crazy feeling it. Oh my god. Ah! I have to sit like this. It is nice that y'all are here. So much nicer to do this with y'all here than by myself. Oh. I'm not acting mute. What's up, the Gold Lord? Welcome to the stream. I ain't acting mute. I'm just into the zen of it, you know? Excuse me, friend. Dude, type where you're from in chat. I want to see where everybody's from. Thunder. Did you guys hear the thunder? Probably you didn't hear anything. I feel like I need to apologize to this tool. I shouldn't be putting it through all this. I think that is done. What I'm doing is, I'm building a house. I'm building a house out of rock, out of stone. Let me show you the stone. There it is. And well, that's the barely the start of it, right? That's probably 1/200th of what I'll end up needing to move over here. But it'd be like that. So this is where it's going to be. I'm sort of inside it right now. This is a gigantic section of bedrock that I cleared myself with a shovel, with that shovel specifically. And I cleared it 2 years ago. It was literally, the ground was like up to my knees, and I moved all of the dirt and put it over there. And I also pulled about 20 trees, like all by hand with a hand winch. 20 big trees. And so now I've got this big, flat, nice piece of bedrock, but it needs to be very clean so that I can adhere the mortar to it when I'm doing stonemasonry. Yay! So that was the goal. Oh my god, it looks so good, you guys. Okay, I'm going to show you. Look! You guys see the clean section? This is what we did today. That's so cool! You can see the ripples of the bedrock. The cottage, I've decided I'm calling it a house. It's going to be a little bit large for a cottage, but small for a house. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say. But the thing about this ledge is that if I want to make it bigger, if I want to extend it, I've got more room this way, and I also have more room the other way. I won't find gold. There's a very small amount of gold where I am in Maine. If you're in mining or prospecting, they say that gold rides an iron horse. And if I look literally right where my big toe is, peep my big toe, right here, these brown stains, that's iron. So there's a little bit of gold in Maine, but there's nowhere near enough. It's like atoms. So there's nowhere near enough that you could like make money by processing it, which is why nobody has, right? Most of the gold reserves that are easy to get, actually all the gold reserves that are easy to get and aren't in like crazy national parks that nobody will let you mine in, they've all been explored. Yeah, we've got iron. We've got iron. But mining iron would also be pretty rough. Because mostly when you want to mine iron, you need to mine magnetite, because that's the stuff, that's the iron oxide that has the most that has the most ore, metal in the ore type thing. It's I don't really know. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain, and I don't really know it all. So anyway, woo! That was so fun. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to join us again. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys.